All right, everyone, welcome back. Today, we're going to be diving into something pretty specific,
Oh, yeah.
using a 457 plan to actually fund a Roth Gold IRA.
Okay.
Um, we've got this article here
Right.
from Gold IRA Blueprint.
Oh.
It's called How to Roll Over a 457 to a Roth Gold IRA,
Okay.
published in December 2024.
All right. Sounds timely.
If you're thinking about
Yeah.
adding some gold to your retirement portfolio, this one's for you.
This is the deep dive for you.
This is it.
Yeah.
This is the deep dive.
I like it. It's an interesting
Yeah.
approach, combining those tax advantages of a Roth IRA
Right.
with, gold's potential
Right.
as a hedge against, everything.
Everything.
Inflation, market volatility, you name it.
Yeah. So let's get right into it.
Let's do it.
The article kind of dives into
Right.
4 potential benefits
Okay.
of this strategy.
Maybe.
But before we even unpack any of that,
Yeah.
I'm just curious, for someone who's maybe already familiar
Yeah.
with traditional retirement accounts,
Yeah.
what makes a Roth Gold IRA stand out?
It's the gold part. That's what makes it unique.
Right.
You see, a Roth IRA can hold a variety of assets,
Right.
but adding that gold brings a few distinct advantages to the table.
All right.
It can act as a buffer against inflation,
Hmm.
potentially offer higher returns than traditional investments,
Okay.
especially during, economic downturns.
Right.
And, of course, diversifying your portfolio
Okay.
beyond, the usual stocks and bonds.
So it's not just about the tax benefits
Right?
of a Roth IRA. It's
Yeah.
also about kind of leveraging gold's unique characteristics within that structure.
Within that structure, yeah.
Now, the article mentions the possibility of higher returns,
Okay.
especially during uncertain economic times.
Mhm.
Wouldn't holding gold directly outside of an IRA
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying.
achieve the same thing?
It might.
Yeah.
But you'd miss out on those tax advantages of the Roth IRA,
Ah.
which are pretty significant.
Right.
Qualified withdrawals from a Roth IRA's retirement are tax-free.
Right.
And unlike traditional IRAs,
Yeah.
there are no required minimum distributions during your lifetime.
Right. So you're kind of combining
You are.
the potential growth of gold
Yeah, sure.
with the tax efficiency
It's
of a
a
Roth
prop.
IRA.
That's the idea.
Now, how much gold is enough?
That's the question, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, like, if someone's heavily invested in stocks,
Uh-huh.
how much of a shift would they need
Yeah.
to see any real impact?
That's where it gets tricky.
Hmm.
There's no magic number.
Okay.
It really depends on your individual risk tolerance,
Right.
time horizon,
Sure.
and overall financial goals.
Okay.
Some experts recommend allocating 5 to 10% of your portfolio to gold.
Okay. But others suggest going as high as 20%.
So the sweet spot really varies
It does.
depending on individual circumstances.
Yeah, very much so.
Now, isn't gold notoriously volatile?
You're right. It can be.
Yeah. So how does holding it within a Roth IRA
Uh-huh.
mitigate that risk
Yeah.
compared to just like buying gold bars and stashing them under your mattress?
Okay, so you're right. Gold prices can fluctuate.
Yeah.
However, within a Roth IRA,
Yeah.
those fluctuations are somewhat contained.
Okay.
You're not buying and selling gold directly on the market.
Okay.
You're investing in gold-related assets like ETFs or
Right.
mutual funds,
Okay.
which tend to be more stable.
So it's like a buffer
Kind of, yeah.
within a buffer.
Yeah.
You've got the Roth IRA shielding you
Right.
from immediate tax consequences,
Right.
and then the gold investments
Yeah.
within that structure,
Exactly.
hopefully providing a cushion
Right.
against market shocks. That's a good way to put it.
Okay, so it's not about
Yeah.
betting the farm on gold.
No, not
But
right.
rather seeing it as one piece
Right.
of a well-diversified retirement puzzle.
Exactly. One piece of the puzzle.
Now, before we get into the nitty-gritty of actually executing this rollover,
Yeah.
the article stresses the importance
Okay.
of checking your eligibility.
Right.
Can you walk us through
Of course.
what that entails?
So eligibility for a 457 rollover can depend on a few factors.
Okay.
Often, you need to have separated from service
Okay.
with the employer who sponsored the 457 plan.
Right.
There might also be specific plan provisions
Mm.
or time frames to
Okay.
consider.
So you can't just decide to roll over your 457 on a whim.
Not really, no.
There's a process,
There is
some
a-
potential hurdles to
Okay.
clear,
Yeah.
and it's crucial to understand
Yes, very crucial.
that rolling over to a Roth IRA
Yeah.
will trigger
Yes, it will.
a tax liability.
That's right.
So that pre-tax money
Yeah.
from your 457 plan
Uh-huh.
becomes taxable income
It does.
when you convert it to a Roth IRA.
Correct.
So even though you're not touching the money directly,
You got it.
you might still owe taxes on it.
You still might. Yes.
Definitely something to factor into the
it's-
decision-making process.
Absolutely.
What are some ways to
Yeah.
potentially minimize that tax burden?
There are a few strategies,
Okay.
like spreading the rollover
Okay.
over several years
Okay.
to reduce the impact on
Okay.
your annual income,
Gotcha.
or converting during a year
Okay.
when your income is lower.
Hmm. Those are just a couple of ideas.
So strategic timing
It is
can play a big role.
a big role, yes.
I'm sensing a theme here.
What's that?
Research and careful planning
Yeah.
are paramount.
Couldn't agree more.
All right, so once you've confirmed your eligibility
Uh-huh.
and have a plan to manage the tax implications.
What's the next step
All right, so the next step
in this rollover journey?
is choosing a custodian
Okay.
to hold your Roth Gold IRA.
Right, because we're not talking about like
No.
DIY gold storage here.
No, not at all.
You need a trusted institution
You do.
to manage these assets.
Absolutely. A
Exactly.
custodian is a financial institution
Okay.
that holds your IRA assets,
Okay.
helps facilitate transactions,
Right.
and ensures compliance
Okay.
with all the rules and regulations.
What should our listener keep in mind
Yeah, that's a great question.
when choosing a custodian?
It is a big decision.
Yeah.
You want to look for a custodian with a solid track record,
Mm-hmm.
transparent fee structures,
Okay.
and excellent customer service.
Makes sense.
Do your research.
Yep.
Compare different providers,
Right.
and don't be afraid to ask questions.
So finding the right custodian is like finding
It
the right financial partner
Yeah.
for this journey.
I like that, yeah.
They'll be with you every step of the way.
That's right.
Speaking of capable hands,
Yes.
once you've found your ideal custodian,
Uh-huh.
what's the next step
Okay, so
in
that
actually getting that gold into your Roth IRA?
you'll need to select a reputable gold IRA company.
Okay, so there are two separate entities involved here.
That's right.
The custodian, who manages the overall IRA, and the gold IRA company that
Yeah.
handles the actual,
Gold investments.
the gold itself.
What should our listener look for
Yeah, another good question.
when choosing a gold IRA company?
You want a company with a proven track record, a transparent fee structure,
Okay.
and a wide selection of gold products to choose from.
Gotcha.
Also, pay close attention to
Fabulous.
their storage and insurance options. You want to make sure your gold is safe and secure.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
It sounds like due diligence.
It is.
It's
It's
key.
very much so at every stage
Yeah.
of this process.
Absolutely.
Okay, so we've covered checking your eligibility,
Right.
finding a trustworthy custodian,
Uh-huh.
and selecting a reputable gold IRA company.
Okay.
What happens next?
All right. So
How does the actual rollover process work?
it's actually surprisingly straightforward. Once you've chosen your custodian
Yeah.
and gold IRA company, you'll work with them
Okay.
to gather the necessary paperwork
Right.
from your 457 plan provider
Right.
and initiate the transfer of funds.
So it's a coordinated effort
It is.
between your old plan provider,
Yeah.
your new custodian,
Right.
and the gold IRA company.
Exactly.
Is there a specific time frame
There is.
for this transfer to happen?
There is, yes.
Oh.
According to IRS regulations,
Okay.
you typically have 60 days
60 days. 60 days.
to complete a rollover
That's right.
from the time you receive the funds
Right.
from your 457 plan.
All right.
Oh, so there's a deadline.
There is.
No dragging your feet on this one.
Not at all.
Missing that 60-day window could result in
It could.
penalties
Yes.
and a potentially
Not
hefty
say yes.
tax bill.
That's right.
Okay, 60 days
60 days
to get everything in order.
to get it all done.
No pressure.
No pressure.
But seriously,
But seriously.
that highlights the importance of planning ahead
Absolutely.
and working closely
It does.
with your chosen custodian
Yeah.
and gold IRA company
Yes.
to ensure a smooth
That-
and timely transfer.
Smooth and timely. That's the goal.
Anything else our listeners should keep in mind
Ah.
during this rollover process?
Well, there are a few more rules
Okay.
and regulations governing rollovers
Okay.
that are essential to understand, and we'll dive into those after a quick.
Hold on.
Okay.
No breaks in this deep dive.
All right. Fair enough.
We're on a roll.
Let's keep going.
What other rules do we need to know about?
Okay. So we talked about the tax implications
Yeah.
of converting to a Roth IRA.
But there's another important detail.
Okay.
Contribution limits.
Ah, so even if you have a substantial amount
Right.
in your 457 plan,
Yes.
you might not be able to roll over
It might not.
the entire sum
That's right.
in one go
Yeah.
because of those limits.
Exactly.
Exactly.
In 2023,
Okay.
the contribution limit for a Roth IRA
Yeah.
was $6,500 for those under 50
Okay.
and $7,500 for those 50 and older.
Okay, so even if you're eligible
Even if you are.
for a rollover,
Yeah.
those contribution limits might influence
They might.
your overall strategy.
Yeah, they might.
You might need to spread the rollover
And right.
over several years or consider other investment options
Oh,
for any excess funds.
Exactly.
Got it. It adds a layer of complexity.
Yeah, it does.
But understanding those contribution limits is essential
Absolutely essential.
when planning your rollover.
When planning, yeah.
All right, so we've covered a lot of ground
Yep.
in this first part of our
Yeah.
deep dive.
Yes.
We've explored
right.
the potential benefits of a Roth Gold IRA,
Right.
the importance of checking your eligibility, the process of choosing a custodian
Yes.
and a Gold IRA company,
Right?
and even touched on some key rules and regulations
Yeah.
like the 60-day rollover window
Yes.
and contribution limits.
A lot to take in.
What else is there to consider?
Well, one crucial aspect we haven't discussed yet is the potential downsides or risks of a Roth Gold IRA rollover. While the article highlights the advantages,
Right.
it's essential to look at both sides of the coin,
Right, of course.
before making a decision.
Yeah, we've been focusing on the potential benefits. But every investment strategy has its drawbacks.
It does.
What are some of the risks associated with a Roth Gold IRA rollover?
Well, one potential risk is the opportunity cost.
Opportunity cost.
When you roll over funds from a 457 plan
Yeah.
to a Roth Gold IRA, you're essentially betting on gold, outperforming other investments.
Okay.
If other asset classes, like stocks
Yeah.
or real estate,
Right.
significantly outperform gold during your retirement years,
Right.
you might miss out
Yeah.
on potential gains.
So it's like choosing a path
It's kind of like that. Yeah,
and potentially missing out on the scenery along other routes.
exactly.
What else should our listener be aware of?
Another consideration
Yeah.
is the performance of gold itself.
Right.
While it has historically served as a hedge
Yeah.
against inflation and economic uncertainty,
Right.
there's no guarantee
Right.
that it will always perform well.
Of course.
Gold prices can be volatile,
Yeah.
and there have been periods where
Right.
gold has underperformed
Okay.
other asset classes.
So past performance is not necessarily
Exactly.
indicative of future results.
Not at all.
Got it. Any other potential risks
Let me think.
we should highlight?
Yeah. One more thing to consider is the fee structure
Okay.
associated with gold IRAs.
Yeah.
These accounts often come with higher fees
Okay.
than traditional IRAs,
Right.
including setup fees,
Mm-hmm.
annual maintenance fees,
Okay.
and storage fees
Right.
for the physical gold.
So those fees can eat into your returns
They can.
if you're not careful.
If you're not careful, yeah.
It's definitely something to factor in
Absolutely.
to your
So,
calculations.
do your calculations, yeah.
Speaking of costs,
Yes.
we've talked about the tax implications
Right.
of converting to a Roth IRA.
Uh,
But how is that tax liability
yeah, good question.
actually calculated?
It's actually fairly straightforward.
Okay.
The amount you roll over
Okay.
from your 457 plan to the Roth IRA
Yeah.
is treated as taxable income in the year of the conversion.
In the year of the conversion. Okay.
So if you roll over $50,000,
Okay.
for example,
Okay.
that $50,000 will be added
Okay.
to your taxable income for that year.
So it's not like a separate tax category or
No,
anything?
Not at all.
It just gets lumped in
It
for
does.
your other income.
Exactly.
Okay.
And that's why it's essential to consider
Yeah.
your overall income level
Yeah.
and tax bracket
Right.
when planning a rollover.
So if someone is anticipating a higher income year,
Yeah, that's a good point.
it might be wise to postpone the rollover
It might be.
to a year
Yeah.
when their income is lower
That's right.
to minimize that tax hit.
That's a smart strategy.
It sounds like there are a lot of moving pieces to consider.
There are.
It's not just about
No.
loving gold.
It's not just about loving gold, no.
It's about understanding
It is.
the financial implications
Yeah.
and potential risks.
Absolutely.
I'm curious, while gold is often seen as a hedge against inflation,
Yeah.
wouldn't holding a diverse portfolio of
Okay.
stocks and real estate
Yeah.
also achieve
That's a good point.
similar protection?
Diversification is key.
Right.
to any sound investment strategy.
Right.
And while gold can play a role
Yeah.
in hedging against inflation,
Right.
it's not the only tool in the toolbox.
Right. Okay.
Real estate, stocks,
Yeah.
and even certain types of bonds
Right.
can also offer protection against rising prices.
So it's not an either-or situation. It's about finding the right balance
It is.
of assets
Yeah.
that align with your individual circumstances
Okay.
and risk appetite.
Exactly.
A well-diversified portfolio
Yes.
with a strategic allocation to gold
Uh-huh.
can potentially offer both growth potential and protection against economic uncertainty.
That's right.
But the key word here
Yeah.
is strategic.
Strategic. I like that.
It implies a
Sure.
thoughtful,
Yeah.
intentional approach to investing.
Exactly.
Rather than just chasing
Right.
the latest trends or shiny
The
objects.
shiny objects, yeah.
Exactly.
Retirement planning is a marathon, not a sprint. It's about making informed decisions
Right.
that will set you up for success over
Okay.
the long term.
And speaking of informed decisions,
Yes.
the article repeatedly emphasizes the importance of consulting with financial professionals.
Yes, it does.
What role do these experts play
Okay.
in navigating the complexities
Yeah.
of a Roth Gold IRA rollover?
They play a crucial role.
Okay.
A qualified financial advisor can help you assess
Okay.
your individual financial situation,
All right.
understand the tax implications of a rollover,
Right.
determine the appropriate allocation for gold
Mm-hmm.
within your portfolio,
Okay.
and even guide you through the process
Okay.
of choosing a custodian and a gold IRA company.
So they're like your financial Sherpa,
Okay.
guiding you through
Yeah.
the intricacies,
The intricacies, yeah.
this mountain we
I
call.
like the retirement planning.
I like that.
They can provide personalized advice.
And help you navigate
Right.
the complexities of the financial world.
Their complexities, yes.
I'm sensing a theme here.
Oh, yeah.
Every step of this journey,
It seems so.
from checking your eligibility
Uh-huh.
to choosing a custodian and a gold IRA company,
Right.
requires careful consideration
Awesome.
and ideally
Yeah.
expert guidance.
Expert guidance, I agree.
And speaking of teams,
Yes.
I have to say, I'm really enjoying our
D2.
deep dive
Yeah.
into this topic today.
It's fascinating, isn't it?
It's fascinating to
Yeah.
explore the nuances and
It's really-
complexities of a strategy like this.
Yeah, the complexities.
What stands out to you?
Okay, let me...
That's the most important takeaway for our listeners so far.
I think the most important takeaway
Okay.
is that a Roth Gold IRA rollover
Yeah.
can be a valuable tool
Mm-hmm.
for retirement planning,
Right.
but it's not a one-size-fits-all
Right.
solution.
It's not a magic bullet.
It's not a magic bullet, no.
It's one strategy
Gee.
among many.
Yes.
And it might not be the right fit
It might not.
for everyone.
Exactly.
It's about understanding
yeah.
the potential benefits and
Yeah.
risks,
Uh-huh.
carefully considering
Carefully considering, yeah.
your individual financial goals
Yeah.
and risk tolerance,
I get it.
and then making it an informed decision
An informed decision, that's key.
that aligns with your overall retirement plan.
That aligns, yeah.
So it's not just about jumping on
No, not at all.
the gold bandwagon.
A gold bandwagon, yeah.
It's about understanding how gold fits into the grand scheme of
Yeah.
your financial future.
Your financial future, I like that.
Precisely.
And that's why seeking professional guidance
Right.
is so crucial.
Yeah.
A qualified financial advisor can help you put all the pieces together and create a retirement plan that's tailored to your unique needs and goals.
So as we wrap up
Let
this
me-
part of our deep dive, what's the one piece of advice
Yeah.
you would give to our listener who's considering a Roth Gold IRA rollover?
I would say don't rush into anything.
Yeah.
Take your time, do your research,
Right.
and talk to a financial advisor.
Okay.
This is a big decision
Yeah.
with long-term implications.
Of course.
So it's essential to approach it thoughtfully
Right.
and strategically.
That's fantastic advice.
Yeah.
It's so easy to get caught up
It
in the hype,
Or
or the allure of a specific investment strategy.
Yeah.
But having a trusted expert by your side,
Yeah, that's a good point.
it can make all the difference.
You can.
They can help you see the bigger picture
Right.
and avoid potential pitfalls.
Avoid those pitfalls. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Think of them as your financial navigator,
Mhm.
helping you chart a course
Yeah.
toward a secure and fulfilling retirement.
Right.
Because ultimately, that's what this is all about.
Yeah.
Creating a future
Yeah.
where you have the financial freedom
Yeah.
to enjoy life on your own terms.
Love that perspective.
Yeah.
It's not just about accumulating wealth.
It's
It's about creating a life,
It is of
purpose and meaning in your later years.
purpose and meaning. I like that.
Exactly.
And that's where the real value of retirement planning lies. It's not just about
Yeah.
numbers and spreadsheets. It's about envisioning the life you want to live
Okay.
and then taking proactive steps
Yeah.
to make that vision a reality.
So well said. It's about aligning your financial strategy with your life goals and aspiration.
Your life goals, yeah.
Now, before we wrap up our deep dive,
Okay.
is there anything else
Yes, there is.
our listeners should keep in mind?
I think it's important to remember
Okay.
that a Roth Gold IRA rollover
Yeah.
is just one piece of the retirement planning puzzle.
Right. It's not the be-all and end-all.
It's not
It's one strategy among many,
one strategy among many. Yeah,
and it needs to be considered
it does.
within the context of your overall financial plan.
Exactly.
It's essential to have a holistic view
A holistic view, yeah,
of your finances,
of your finances. That's right.
including your income,
Yeah.
expenses,
Yes.
assets,
Right.
debts,
Yep.
and of course, your retirement goals.
Your retirement goals, of course.
So it's about creating a financial ecosystem
I like that. A financial ecosystem.
where all the elements work together
They do
in harmony.
in harmony, yes.
Precisely.
And a Roth Gold IRA rollover might play a role
Yeah.
in that ecosystem.
Right.
But it's crucial to make sure it
Yeah.
fits in with your overall financial strategy.
Well, I think we've covered an incredible amount of ground.
We've covered a lot.
A lot of ground, yes.
We've explored the ins and
The
outs
ins and outs,
of a Roth Gold IRA rollover,
We have
from the potential benefits.
to the potential risks,
Right.
the key steps involved,
Yeah.
and even the importance of seeking professional guidance.
Professional guidance, that's key.
It's been a comprehensive exploration.
It has.
We've really delved into
Right, have.
the nuances of the strategy.
Nuances, yeah.
And I think our listener
I think so, too.
has a solid foundation
Solid foundations.
to start their own research journey.
Their own research journey, absolutely.
I agree.
Yeah.
We've equipped them
We
with
have
the knowledge and insights
the knowledge and insights
to
to
ask the right questions
ask the right questions. That's important.
and make informed decisions
Informed decisions, yes.
about their retirement future.
About their retirement future, that's right.
Exactly.
And remember, knowledge is power
yes.
when it comes to financial planning. The more you understand,
Right.
the better equipped you'll be
Yeah.
to create a retirement plan
Okay.
that supports your dreams and aspirations.
So true.
Yeah.
It's about taking control
Taking control,
of your financial destiny
of your financial destiny, yes.
and creating a future
Creating a future.
where you have the freedom and security
Right.
to live life to the fullest.
To live life to the fullest. I like that.
And on that inspiring note,
Yeah.
I think we'll bring this deep dive to a close.
Sounds good.
It's been a pleasure exploring this topic with you.
Pleasure was all mine.
To our amazing listener,
Yeah.
thank you for joining us
Thank you.
on this journey of knowledge and discovery.
Yes, thank you.
If you're eager to learn more about this strategy and how it might fit into your retirement plan, be sure to check out the resources and links
Right.
we've provided in the show notes.
The show notes, yeah.
Happy planning.
Happy planning.
And until next time,
Yes.
keep diving deep.